Hey everybody, Choly Poly here, the Choly you can trust, back with a Like and Dead roast by video, featuring a first look at the Halloween collection that was just introduced into the game. This event is going to last for 15 and a half days, as you can see here in the right hand side of the screen, and we will be collecting broomsticks and witch hats. I am surprised it's not like bed knobs and broomsticks. Gathering these broomsticks and witch hats will reward us with ghost tokens, legendary medals, and ascendance medals. We will be able to do this 20 times, resulting in gaining 200 legendary medals and 200,000 ascendance medals for this event completely. Before we start jumping every which way around the place, trying to figure out what should we collect, let's just start from the beginning. First things first, we need to raid. And when we raid, we need to collect cauldrons. What's going to end up happening is when we collect cauldrons, we will then use these said cauldrons on a road map called Road to Terror, in which you will spend these cauldrons to get broomsticks and witch hats. So basically, these are attempts to increase daily raiding, which then brings you to the road map. After the road map, you will then go to the museum, which gives you ghost tokens to then use on a stash, which gives you more goodies. You will do this for a multitude of days, and then be able to get a pull from the Halloween token wheel. So as we start raiding and then we do the roadmap, to then get our ghost tokens, this stash has two parts, and the first part is 120 Halloween tokens, 2 gold combat mod boxes, 2 silver combat mod boxes, 1 Lilith, 1 Aiden, 1 Ulysses, 1 Benedict, 1 Nice Sheaf, 1 practice dummy, 1 weapon tripod, and 1 sports gauntlet. We also need to count 200 legendary tokens and 200 ascendance medals as well, and this would be pretty much the entire event that we would get on a minimal basis just by actively playing. Because if you're playing daily, you're going to be raiding, you're going to be getting your cauldrons, then you're going to be using the cauldrons for the roadmap, and then enough just to be able to get yourself a pull. For you to be able to get a pull in the stash, we will only need to do this 14 days. I assume we will be able to participate for 15 of these days out of the 16, as it says the stash here, 15 days, 22 hours. So I would assume 15 of those days we would actually be able to participate in, and out of those 15 you would only need 14 to then go to this stash here, which we have Swingin' Dick Davey starting everything off here, wearing a kilt. You know he's packing something because he is not afraid of a little wind blowing to then show it off. And then everybody is oohing and eyeing, and he is just still laughing in the wind. But Davey coming in with some bleed damage and a bleed base weapon. Next is Neutralize Beta. No weapon. And this guy is not too bad when it comes to controlling your enemy. As AP down, there is no resistances to it, so as soon as it goes off, it is 100% going to affect your enemy. As you see here, 100 AP down to one enemy, basically neutering them completely. And depending on where they were with AP, it's almost an Impair 2.0. But as you can see here, with his specialist skill Neutralize and his active skill, which is AP Drain and Gain, Beta is a very AP controlling centric survivor. Next up is Bleed Negan with his specialist skill Execution, which is really fun to play with. On those certain tanky survivors in which damage is very minimal, you can just pop somebody off and save yourself the time. His Adrenaline Rush does some heavy bleed damage, so if you do have a Lacerator to run with this Bleed Negan, your bleed damage would be off the charts. Considering his Adrenaline Rush would apply 750 for the initial turn, Lacerator would double that to 1500 bleed damage. Considering he already did 450% damage, that should kill whoever that is on. Active skill is Stun, which is a very nice active skill for an offensive base team. Next is the Tanky Evasion Governor, which wouldn't be one of my first picks from here, but nonetheless, I hope I don't get this guy. Next is Alpha. That's another character I hope I don't get. She is already in other wheels. The same with this Negan. Please don't let me have it. Jeremiah, I already have you. We already know about the Neutralize Governor Supply Depot. And this Negan maybe for a leadership, but other than that, not really. My eyes are on Davey, Beta, and this Negan right here. The one thing I do want to mention in this Halloween token wheel is there is a 2% chance for a 6-star and a 5% chance for a 5-star ascendable, meaning there is a 93% chance for a normal non-ascendable 5-star, which I really wish they would have made something that would have been a guaranteed ascendable, but it's going to be a really bad feeling going through all that activity for the next 15 days to then just get, or if you have to spend money just to get a 5-star that's not ascendable. It's just not a really good feeling. Unless by design, with this event, we will be getting more than just one pull from it. If we could get multiple pulls, maybe 3 or 4, that would be pretty epic. Fingers crossed, but we'll see what happens. Hopefully these tokens are intertwined with future events. But good luck to anybody that gets a 6-star or a 5-star ascendable. And that's going to wrap up the video on the Halloween Cauldron event. You all know how to get everything from the very beginning to the very end, which is pulling in that wheel. Thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed the video, it made you laugh, 40 link positive, please give a nice karate chop that like, subscribe button, make sure to leave a comment down below, sports greatly appreciated. On that, I'll catch you on the next video. Bye bye.